That was me, roughly 8 a.m. yesterday morning, reading USA Today. Good afternoon, everybody.
That's why I did not call you, but then I found out later you wouldn't have gotten it anyway because you're a smart man. Your phone was on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, I woke up to 56 text messages, and I'm going, all right, who's dead? And then you realize it's our head coach. So let's just get into it, and I can throw the number out. You know the number, 248-539-9797. Public service announcement. Mel Tucker might be the dumbest human being to ever walk the face of the earth. He's a character out of Idiocracy. When you read the story out of USA Today, to say there was a lack of judgment would say there was a degree of judgment at all. The pure idiocy of Mel Tucker.
Yeah, and 20 billion women in the world.
Yeah. It just, again, and I don't want to go over every granular detail. You heard it in the mornings. You heard it in the middays. The bottom line is this. We are so far past even having to battle anyone defending him. There is no defense. His defense of consensual doesn't even play because he violated the morality clause in his contract.
Right.
It is so reassuring. Once I found out that MSU had done everything right by the letter of the law, I then was able to move towards where I'm at today, which I got to be honest, I don't know if people will understand this. I don't know if they will care. Rico, I don't know if you will. I just feel relieved because I am a big believer when people show you who they really are, instead of getting angry, say thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for telling me that you are a POS. Like, honestly, my anger has nothing to do with Michigan State University. It has everything to do with this man. This guy effed over every donor, every fan, every player's family, the administration. They gave him everything they never gave Mark D'Antonio. They gave him the facility. They gave him the assistant pool. Yeah. They gave him a contract that was unheard of. And his reward was this.
Mike, not on top of that, you messed over every future coach down the line. Anybody of color? Oh, trust me, they're going to refer back to this. Well, you remember Mel Tucker, don't you? I don't know. It was disappointing. You threw it all away. For what? Your supporters, your team, everybody believed in you. Like you said, they did everything they could to make sure you got what you deserved. And this is what you did. You're right. Not one of. I think this was the dumbest move. I think every Spartan fan to the T all had the same reaction. Like, what? You did what?
If you told me it was a screenplay, I would have been like, nah, this is a bad episode of Ballers. This can't be real.
Right.
And I mean, it is just, look, it's no secret I've been very down on Mel Tucker this offseason. It is no secret I didn't have a great degree of hope. Now, you and I talked about beginning of the year, can they get to 7 or can they survive it and we get one more bite at the apple in 24?
I had 8 wins, and now that extends you to next year.
So here's my point to you. This is a sports show primarily, so I'm approaching this through the sports lens. Let me be unequivocal for the low-hanging fruit. There's no one pumped up at how he got fired. Okay? The guy is a moron. Mm-hmm. You're a functioning idiot. For you to get involved with a vendor of the university, a person you pay to talk to your football team about how to be young men, how to treat women. She is a rape survivor. You can do a lot of things in this world, but getting involved with her, ain't one.
Right. That's what I said. You got 20 billion women. You picked her.
He's a moron.
Wow. Because you're right. I felt a little different this morning after talking to people, and yeah, MSU came out yesterday, suspended with pay, suspended without pay, and then you find out later they probably should have really emphasized it at the press conference. President, athletic director, they didn't know, because that was the big question for me. Why didn't you suspend him before the Central Michigan game?
Simple, you can't.
You can't because they knew it was something there. They did not know what it was. And if you want transparency at MSU, they can't know what it is.
So here's how it works. And you can look this up for yourself because you won't believe me because I'm a Sparty. Hooray. Title IX. The complaint gets sent to two people, both sides of the litigation, and the officer at Title IX. That's it. Mm-hmm. So you know something's wrong. And then you guys go, well, if you know he's under investigation, why not suspend him? Here's how it works. That's called a wrongful termination suit. That's called you made an $80 million oopsie. What would I like to do in my fantasy land the minute my coach is under investigation has nothing to do with reality.
Well, how about this, Mike? And the second you suspend him, any journalist worth his salt wants to find out why. Brenda Tracy released her name. But if she didn't, somebody's going to discover, oh, that's why that name is now out there. And now the victim, does, she's not, she's supposed to be anonymous.
Right. Her going public and turning over 1,200 pages of the investigation is what changed. And then legal counsel advises you. It's not like Alan Haller spun a wheel and said, this is what I'm going to do. Then they can suspend him without pay. That hearing coming up in October, that's the only thing that was in the July 27 deal is that there's a recommendation for a hearing. You know what's going to happen October 5th? He's done. He's a dead man. He's got no shot at this deal. None. Because consensual or not, it was pure idiocy on his part, and it violates the moral turpitude contract. This is why, Enrico, this is important for me to say it. Again, what he did is grotesque. The point I'm making is, from a sports perspective, I view it two ways. You got Joe Pesci in Casino. You got Joe Pesci in Goodfellas. There's two ways to die. We were on the Casino pathway. Another 18 months where he had about a 25% chance of success and dwindling.
Is that where he had to dig his own grave?
And then was beaten unceremoniously with a baseball bat and buried alive. Yeah.
Yes.
The Goodfellas way, walks into room, bullet to the brain.
Thought he was getting made.
Yeah, he got made all right. You're dead. What just happened is Goodfellas. Rip the Band-Aid off. There's a 75% chance he wasn't going to get us where we thought he could get us. And this guy was dumb enough that MSU now will not have to pay the vast majority of his contract when, not if, they fire him, which means while MSU still has no shot of beating U of M anytime soon, they get to spin the wheel again and try. Because everything I know, you want to know, look, I don't do rumors. That's not Rico's game. It's not mine. Not into it. But if you think I was down on this guy all off season, no, I didn't know about this, but I knew about other stuff. And the whole point I make to you is, didn't have a good feel about it. Didn't have a good feel.
True.
Wasn't exactly engaged with the program. So the bottom line is, if we're going to do this, get out from under this contract, get out from the Mel Tucker business, which looked to be fragile, and hope. And hope ain't a strategy, but it's better than terminal illness.
No, I still can't believe knowing he had people who wanted him gone, who didn't want to pay him. You gave them all the ammunition that they needed. You can't be that stupid to not know that there were factions who wanted you gone. You made too much money. If you didn't believe me, Mel, watch the intro to the Central Michigan game. That's all people talked about. You knew this, and you decided that this was going to be a smart move?
No, it's going to be bad in the short term. There's no doubt about it.
But you're right. Once I got off the phone, it just hit me and said, you know what? We don't have to talk about the contract. You get to hit the reset button. And, yeah, down the line, you got to do it right. If you're Alan Haller, ADs don't get to hire 3 head coaches.
No, and honestly, I don't need him at a microphone anytime soon because his lack of clarification at the press conference forced the national media who hate your guts to clarify it for you. Yeah. You know it's bad when misquote Murphy's defending you. So the bottom line in all of it is, okay, well, it's a bad look for the school. Yeah, so's losing. Reality is, if you win, as Rico puts it, it's the best detergent. Guys, I'm just not under any illusion that MSU's ever going to be viewed positively. No. Okay? That's just not a part of the game plan.
Right, and there's nobody you could hire right now. You're like, okay, well, that person, because you go with the safe coach, you're not going to win. You go with the coach that has some little dirt on him, well, you're winning, but yeah, he's got this. So if you didn't like MSU, you still don't like MSU, and you're probably partying right now. But this was just bad across the board. When I read this stuff at 1:30 in the morning on Saturday, I just
want him duct taped to the next SpaceX rocket. Because I'm angry. I'm angry that he embarrassed my school. I'm angry that look, I didn't pay for his salary.
No, but I felt like a parent, though. It was like, I'm not angry. Mel, I'm just really disappointed.
No, I'm angry. I'm angry. F him.
No. I'm just because you did this to yourself. Like, you had so many people against you, and you just said, no. Here, take all of these bullets. Here you go. Have at it. Just go ahead and take me down. Like, you did this to you. And to all the people who believed in you, to all the people who thought that you were going to do something at Michigan State, you let down a bunch of people. But this was 100% on you. Like, the school actually did what they were supposed to do. And
they'll screw up the next part. Don't worry.
You know what?
They'll screw up the hire for sure.
Mike, let's just...
DOT will get involved.
How about we just be happy right now that they did it the right way?
My whole point is you had two pathways out of this. And you know what I'm tired of doing as a radio host? I'm tired of hearing about the contract.
Yeah.
Tired of hearing it.
Yeah.
Well, there. Now that's not going to be a problem anymore. What's your next thing? Now you'll just say, oh, well, we're morally bankrupt. Even though there are thousands of wonderful people at Michigan State University, even though it's a top 25 public university in America, none of that matters to you. So my point to you is, frankly, F you. I don't care what you think. I don't care. So my care factor is now I get to move forward. And this guy has got whatever's coming. He can enjoy it. On you, bud.
Right.
But him, they can burn him to the ground. Because as you said it, I said, he screwed over all of us. Right. Everybody.
Right.
What a piece of garbage.
It's like, do you know the position that you had and you gave it all
Rico, I
away?
Think, you know what? It's not nuanced, but to hell with it. You know what, Rico? No, wrong button. God bless it. My elbow hit the damn thing and it played. Apologies. Stupid drop board. My point is, Rico, it's not nuanced, but it's reality. I think he's dumb. Okay?
No.
Rich people can be dumb. I don't think he's smart. A smart man, he knows he's a target. He knows he makes money. He has responsibility to the players, to the families, to the donors. Jesus, to your own kids. He's dumb. Okay? Not nuanced. Not polite. And now he's gone. And for that, I have a right to feel relieved. He revealed himself in daylight. Get out.
Undefeated for a reason.
Just get out. What do you want from me? Read something.